Okay, spin the wheel.
Yay! Let's go and see what comes up from here.
What's a belief that quietly reshaped your entire life?
This sounds familiar, right?
Yeah, the belief and the reshaping. But I guess this one is maybe quietly, as in maybe something that I didn't even realize.
Okay.
Right?
That's a good way to see it, yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, I mean, this is the first thing that jumps into my head. It may be very superficial, but it's this renewed house-proudness. Yeah, house pride. Yeah. I've never really been someone who was house proud. Yeah, I'm not the sort who will like think of entertaining people, invite people over and have parties and gatherings, because I miss convenience. I don't like inconvenience, and I always see entertaining as a huge inconvenience, because after that you have to clean up, before that you have to prep, and then it's so tiring to basically host people, right? Yeah. And growing up, I saw my mother do that a lot, and I used to think like, why would she want to do that? Why cause trouble for yourself, when you can quietly enjoy your home? Yeah, and there was always so much to do, and there was so much bustling around in the kitchen before, and then after that, there's so much to clean up, and then when people are around, she even forced me to like socialize with whoever was invited, right? Yeah, so I got dragged into it. So I always saw home as a sanctuary that you come home to and you escape from the world into, right? Where it's your safe space. But lately, not that I'm entertaining or anything, but I'm now very particular about cleanliness, about how everything looks, just for myself. Yeah, I don't invite people over, but it makes me feel good knowing that everything is where it should be. That the cats are comfortable, that it's a healthier environment for them. It's a pleasant, because ambience is so important also. It affects our mood, right? Everything, our emotions and all that. So like even scent is very important to me. Music. So it's like a multi-sensorial environment. So I never concertedly say, okay, I'm going to do this, from now on. But it kind of slowly creeped up on me. Yeah, from the hygiene part to the, okay, now I want to add little touches like scenting and music and lighting and stuff like that. Yeah. So I guess in a way it affects my entire life, because home is where I spend a lot of my time nowadays. It's where I so-called work, where I rest, where I have fun, where I pray even, So it is in a way a microcosm of my entire life. So I believe it's important that a house is made into a home. I mean, depending on what aspects a person feels needs to be there to make a house a home. I really believe now that it's not just a place you go back to, it's not just an address, but it's really a sanctuary and a safe space for you.
Nice. Do you feel like it's part of growing up?
Adulting in that sense. It came very late for me. I guess cleanliness came much earlier, but I didn't used to do a lot of it myself. So maybe because I do it a lot myself, you have ownership of it. You don't outsource it so much that it becomes something that you are proud of, because you had a part to play, a direct part to play in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, because once we are involved in the process, we tend to own it. We want to see how it's being done in a certain way, and we enjoy it,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And it feels like an achievement even.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Next one. Ah,
Oh, that's nice.
I'm the wrong
nice.
person to ask.
No,
kind of beauty
you're an
stops-
artist.
What kind of beauty stops you in your tracks? I don't. I mean, this is me since I was young. I don't. Just outer beauty alone doesn't appeal. It doesn't immediately make me like, oh, this is a beautiful person. If I don't know the person, I would at least. It takes a while for the person to grow on me. So, like the way the person speaks or the way the person moves, right? All that makes a difference, because a person can look really pretty and beautiful, but once they open their mouth, you go like, oh my God. Right?
Yeah,
Like
the behavior and the
they
thoughts.
can't- whatever comes out from the mouth, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's nonsense, or it's just like they can't even articulate.
Ugly.
And some people, like I'm sure you have seen this, right? I mean, we have seen very pretty women, like maybe in their late 30s or in their 40s, but once they open their mouth, they're so auntie, like you go like, what happened? It just ruined the whole. Like, you look so nice on the outside, but then the way you behave and the way you speak is so auntie. It's just not. That stops me in my tracks, but not for a good reason.
That just shocks you.
Yeah. So for me, beauty is more like something that grows. If I get to know a person, and they may be very plain Jane to start with, but as I get to know them, I realize that, hey, they become very beautiful to me. They look, whatever they do or whatever they wear, it just becomes so beautiful, because I feel like the inner essence just shines. So I don't think I have one of those things where we go like, whoa, this person is so good looking, like on the first look. It takes time.
Yeah. I personally know many people who are, conventionally plain, but because, like you say, I've gotten to know them, and I know their heart. And now every time I look at them, they're just a whole beautiful person. Yeah, they're not just their looks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I see them as a beautiful person.
Yes.
And I cannot unsee it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. I think beauty is so I guess the superficial beauty is so over sensationalized on social media, right?
Overpriced. Yeah.
Completely overpriced.
I keep getting the home theme, right? Okay. Home, I guess, when it's not a place, or you can't actually find a location that is home. It is with people, I feel, who make you feel at home. Who make you feel safe, who make you feel loved, seen, heard, who make you feel comfortable and cared for, and who appreciate you, I guess, appreciate and they show their appreciation for your presence among them. So to me, that could be home when there is no place that is called home.
Yeah. 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 It's a much deeper meaning, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah. What's something you've created that felt like a turning point? I think I've had many of these turning points. It's always to do with my work, right? Whether it is creating a course, creating an online course, creating a movement or a certain kind of new therapeutic coaching modality or something like that. To me, it always feels like a turning point in my journey as a teacher or a coach. So there are several things throughout my career as a personal. I guess I would call myself a spiritual personal life coach. Yeah. So there are several turning points, and one of the things right now that I'm doing is the Emotional Empowerment Blueprint program. So I'm still in a process of it's already out there, right? So I've had a few people on the program, but what makes me feel I look forward to promoting it more and having more people on the program, because I do see the changes happening in the people who are on the program, right? So that feels like a good turning point.
And I think it has a multiplying effect in the sense that then you also create turning points for them. Your own turning point, a new creation creates new hope for them. New opportunities.
For sure, because I always believe that whatever is blocking us prevents us from seeing opportunities, whatever in whatever form, right? Whether it is relationship or work or whatever opportunities. If we have a fear of something and it blocks us, then we don't see it. We can't see it. Yay. Next.
Yay. Okay. That we don't know the full story. We never know the full story, no matter how well we know this person. Because we are not them. We don't walk in their shoes. We may know their history, their backstories, whatever they tell us, like even their deepest, darkest secrets and fears. But we are not their mind, we are not their soul. So whatever they self-generate, we are never privy to that. So I've learned not to be so hard on people, even people who are clearly not very positive towards me. I've learned to tell myself, but you don't know what they're carrying, what they're going through, what they have been through. You think you know, but you don't, and only God knows. And that's why He's always telling us, you don't know, so just you have to accept them as another child of mine. Just like they should not also think certain things about you, because they don't know everything about you that I do.
That is so true. Okay, last one.
Okay.
What do you return to when everything else falls away? Well, let's talk about the drama about YouTube. This morning when I woke up, saw the email that all my channels got removed. My first thought, right, the brain just goes into like, oh my god, all the work that I put in, it's all down the drain. That's the first thought. but I caught myself very quickly, return back to my center and focus on my breathing. And so that's the thing that I always return to, is my breath. This is something that I always believe in, that when I am fully centered in myself and in my breath, my ability to breathe, right, in breath and out breath, is my safe space, right, and it's within my control whether I can breathe or not, right? And if I do it consciously, then of course, it means that I'm 100% present, I'm 100% rooted, I'm 100% showing up for myself in my breath. And so, yes, the YouTube thing is upsetting, but then when I went back to my breath, I realized that, okay, yeah, if it's gone, it's gone. I can think of other ways to get information out, get the videos out. It doesn't matter. So
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for reminding us that that's fundamental, right? Breathing.
Yeah.
And it is involuntary breathing. So we should always go back to what makes us alive to begin with. Our ability to involuntarily take in breath.
And I also, for me, my own spiritual beliefs is that breath is the beginning of life, right? The first breath, like all of creation is the first breath, right?
Yes.
And so if we can go back to that, and that's so basic, and know that, hey, I'm also a creator, I'm a mini creator, right? And I can take back control, not in the outer, but take back control of my inner sense of who I am, right? All my energies. Then we're okay. We're safe.
And everybody should have that one thing that they can go back to, because things will always fall apart. Things will always fall away. It's not the end yet. So
it's constant.
Good to know. Yes.
It's a cycle of life, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.